All right, hey everyone, how are you doing this fine Saturday? Got a lot going on the REI Marketing Weekly newsletter. A lot of cool stuff that's going to be going down, so make sure that you check out the rest of the content. Thank you for clicking on and joining today. So real quick, I want to talk about direct mail marketing. Now, you might ask, like, how is this content marketing in any way, shape, or form? And that is my point here, is that people don't look at marketing as a whole that has if okay, here's let me back up real quick. People look at content marketing as its own little silo inside of marketing, when content marketing should be almost all of it. I mentioned before and I'll say it again, almost everything that you do in marketing or sales is going to be you're going to have content in it. So if you're on a sales call, whatever comes out of your mouth, that's content. If you post a house to Craigslist, right, or to Zillow, whatever photos are in that listing, whatever description you have, that's all content. And it's the same principle for direct mail. Now, do I believe in direct mail? No, I don't. But I think it works? Yes, I think it does. I think for some people that it does work still. I don't believe that direct mail is dead. The reason why I am more against it than anything is because I think that people are putting too much money into direct mail and not enough money into digital marketing, which is like Facebook advertising, because Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Google AdWords, it's not underpriced right now, but it's definitely cheaper per lead than sending out direct mail letters. And you might be like listening to this and thinking, well, Josh, I run all my numbers. I make sure that I check to see what's costing me per lead, and I'm doing both at the same time. I'm doing digital marketing and direct mail, and direct mail is bringing a lot more of an ROI. Well, cool. Then keep doing that. I'm saying as a whole that I don't believe in it as much. Here's the reason why, is because, and you hear it all the time, almost any real estate investor that I talk to that does direct mail, they've gone with the system. Doesn't matter what it is, yellow letters, or it doesn't matter. And here's what happens is that when they're trying to get a lead, they send direct mail out and they get an appointment. They get somebody that calls off the yellow letter and they get an appointment, and then they walk into the house and they see that the seller has a stack of 10 postcards that have been sent to them. Here's the reason why, is because if you can get a hold of the data to send them yellow letters, so can everybody else that is a competitor to you. So what happens is, if you're sending the exact same mailing piece to them, you're just getting drowned out in the weeds. And at that point, it's just whoever offers the highest gets the deal. And that's not a place where you want to be. My good friend John Martinez talks about this a lot, and he's got his sales things that he trains on to tell people how to get out of that kind of a deal where you still can get the deal even though you're not offering the same the most for the deal. But here's the thing. Here's how you can make your direct mail pieces better than everybody else and stand out more. And it's all about the content. It's about the branding. It's about the aesthetics, the looks of it. What paperweight are you using? Is it more quality? Is it just your typical postcard? Is it glossy? Is it matte? Is it soft touch? All of that plays into the feeling of a person when they're selling the house. Here's the thing, is most people that are distressed sellers are normal consumers, and they have the mindset that normal consumers do, and they buy and sell off of emotion. That's a lot of what happens. So normally the reason why John Martinez teaches that you don't always have to offer the highest in order to get the deal is because you can tap into that person's the amygdala, right? You can tap into their brain and figure out a way to get the deal closed through their emotions, through personal touch, through their heart, in order to get that deal. And it all starts with that postcard that you send them. So here's a couple tips. Here's a couple tangible tips that I'm going to tell you. On my first newsletter that I actually had sent out, I had my good friend Jimmy Ogle in Oklahoma City get on here and talk about what he's doing differently with direct mail. And I love it. I think it's awesome. And I think that more people should do it. So sorry, Jimmy. It's more people gotta do it. We'll block off this video from Oklahoma City investors. Anyway, so the thing that you can do different is what he's doing is he's adding a family photo to the actual postcard and making it more of a family owned and operated business type feel to it, as opposed to the yellow letter having no emotion in it, having absolutely no ethos to it, having no family orientation or anything like that. It doesn't have any feeling in it. And that's the thing that people don't get is that, and they say, we buy houses and that kind of thing, just emotionless type messaging that doesn't matter to the consumer. And sometimes that works, right? And I'm not saying it doesn't, but sometimes it does work. But if you're in that market that is really hot, you got to do something different to stand out. Because here's what happens is almost everybody goes in a pack this way. And if you go just a little bit this way, you'll be out of that pack and stand out more. And that's kind of what almost branding as a whole has to do with. So do something different. Add some branding to it. Add some color. Stop just mailing out yellow letters and trying to get people's attention, because people get it now. They know what that is as soon as they look through their mailbox, and they're directly, so you're sending them direct mail and they're directly putting it into the trash can. That's what happens, right? So think about it that way. Try to do something different. Stop doing what everybody else is doing. Like there's a time for that, and there's a time for, going in that direction. If something's working for somebody else, it might work for you too, but find a way to do it differently. Be creative. If you have questions for me, I've designed multiple different postcard pieces for clients that I have, and they get results from it. And so, and the biggest reason why is because I make it look different from everybody else's. It's very simple. It's honestly like the most simple changes that you can make. It's honestly just adding a logo, adding a photo to it, making it have some personality to it, and you will get results. I promise you that is how it works. So if you're tired of sending out yellow letters and not getting the results, not getting the ROI that you're expecting, that you're wanting to see, then do something different. You could still send out you could still send out not yellow letters. You could still send out postcard pieces. Just design them a little bit differently, and you can have somebody on Fiverr whip something up for you. You can have, I know that there's a couple of different platforms out there that allow you to do this. Todd Swaggerty, I don't know him personally, but I've heard his name thrown around a couple times for people that are getting good results from his systems. So try it out, do something different, brand your, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because it's content. The content that is on the postcard matters more than most people know. And when you have multiple bolded lines, multiple different sentences, multiple different services that you provide on a single postcard, it overwhelms people. It brings no emotion to them. And at that point, all they're doing is trying to get the highest offer. So try something different and you'll see results.